Satisfaction only in God's provision. Matthew chapter 14 and verse 20. They all ate as much as they wanted, and afterward the disciples picked up 12 baskets of leftovers. The text describes the miracle of Jesus when he used the 5 loaves of bread and the 2 fish to serve the 5,000. Jesus was teaching on the mountain, and many people from the neighboring villages and towns came to listen. They were all hungry because they were listening to Jesus for a long time. Jesus did not want to send them home hungry, and he wanted the disciples to feed them. The disciples were disturbed because it could incur enormous money and practically impossible to feed such a huge gathering. Nevertheless, one of the disciples identified a little boy with 5 loaves and 2 fish and brought to Jesus. Jesus gave thanks and broke it and gave it to the disciples to serve it to the people. They all ate and were satisfied. It was about 5,000 men. Perhaps there were women and children too, whose counts are unknown. Satisfaction is one of the hardest virtues seen in human beings. Everyone easily gets dissatisfied. I'm reminded of an incident in my sister-in-law's wedding. The food was served in the dining hall and many were eating it. It was an excellent mutton biryani and chicken gravy. One of the guests who was eating suddenly started shouting at the waiter and made an unpleasant scene. He stood up from eating and screamed at the host that he was not treated well and there was no pieces of meat in his food. He was dissatisfied. He lost his peace over a meat piece. On the contrary, the Bible tells us that Jesus fed the 5,000 and they were all satisfied. Our satisfaction from what the world offers is so bleak, but anything that God provides is sure to bring total satisfaction. What is the reason for satisfaction? It is simple, since when God provides anything, He thanks the Father before it is given to us. What Jesus offers comes to us with an attitude of gratitude. If we receive it with a similar attitude, it brings us satisfaction. Satisfaction only in God's provision. Amen.